Drama, 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 guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute, the new channel. I'm back in America. A long flight, and I have to get caught up on the drama. Now, listen, before we get into it, guys, I've said this a few months ago. It seems like tennis, there's more drama now than ever in tennis. And it makes for a lot of good, interesting stories. But I've said in the past, I'd much rather focus on the sport and what the players are doing, the amazing just feats that they're accomplishing. I don't really want to focus too much on the drama, but you have to. I felt that the men's side of things, the ATP, was starting to get a little bit too gossipy, a little bit too much dramaful. So I said, you know what? It seems like the women are showing a lot more maturity these days than the men. But this Paris Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, full of drama, and it's juicy as the DC City Open is underway. I told you Sabalenka would go play that, by the way. Didn't I say Sabalenka was going to go there, try to snatch up 500 points? By the way, she's in a battle right now, so she might even be eliminated. But listen, guys. Drama, drama, drama. U.S. tennis star Danielle Collins rips Poland's Iga Swiatek after the Olympic match. I don't need the fakeness. Now, listen, guys, I've talked about these two ladies head to head in the past, and I've said I don't necessarily think Danielle Collins likes Iga Swiatek, but if you take a look at her peers on tour, a lot of Iga's peers have said they don't like playing her. And we go back to that 22 season that was full of drama where a lot of people they took the high road. Jessica Pegula in that interview after the U.S. Open, Ons in that interview after the U.S. Open loss, they took the high road and said they didn't see things, right? Because they didn't want to talk about it. A lot of players on tour will take the classy road and they will not speak on these things because look, the tour's so small. These ladies are literally sharing locker rooms every tournament. They see each other all the time. They're having lunch together, not necessarily together, but in the same cafeterias. They're in the same facilities all the time. So you don't really want that drama. But Danielle Collins is retiring. This is her last year on tour. We know that. And I've said, I do think she's been trying to have a baby. I do think she will successfully have a beautiful, healthy child. And I think after a year or two, much like Waz and Kerber, she's going to come back and give it a go. I do really believe that. But whether or not she would be retiring doesn't matter because she speaks her mind. We heard her tell Zachary to shut your face, guys, right? We heard her give it to Yelena Ostapenko, her mom, and the WTA supervisor. We heard her tell a fan literally a couple months ago, look, you think you can do my job? You get down here and show me, right? We literally saw her break up with her boyfriend on the French Open live and she told him to leave. Danielle Collins does not hold back. She speaks her mind, and she's one of the few players right now, especially from America, that stands up for Coco. Danielle Collins always comes through and stands up for Coco, and I love me some Danny Mel. You know I've been supporting her entire career because she speaks her mind. She's come from humble beginnings, and she tells it like it is. She says, look, I didn't come from money. I had to go get it in the mud. She had to go to college. Two-time NCAA champion. And listen, guys, she's literally won more matches so far this year than any season of her career. She's having an amazing season. Miami Open champion. She backed it up by winning Charleston. Amazing player. But let's get into the drama now. She hit Iga Swiatek in the ribs, and I say it all the time. She's one of the strongest hitters on tour. Was it warranted? Was it a mistake? I think she possibly did it on purpose, guys. Yeah, she did. That's unexcusable, right? We're not going to excuse her for that. Not a classy move. But can anyone confirm this? I didn't miss the match. I just landed on my flight back in the States. Did Danielle Collins say to Iga Swiatek, next time I'll aim for your face? Did she say that? Don't quote me. I cannot confirm that. This is what I'm hearing in the tennis world. Did she say that? Whoa. Unbelievable. Well, I will get into something she did say. She said she can't stand the fakeness. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Danielle Collins said sometimes players act one way in the locker room and then they act another way on court. She says she doesn't like the fakeness. She can't stand players that act fake. And I think, look, she's a real player. I've met her in the past. She's in person. She's a sweetheart. Every time I've met her, nothing but good things to say about Danielle Collins. But let's go back to COVID a few years ago, guys. Remember the World Tennis the World Tennis League that they play here in the States? Remember she complained about the guys, sneaking out and not wearing masks, not following safety protocols, and she snuck out to the bar to have a beer. Okay, Danielle Collins. You got caught right in it with that one. But listen, guys, I think Danielle Collins is real. And the reality here is a lot of players, a lot of Iga's peers have complained about her. They've complained that she does a lot of dirty tactics. She does a lot of things to hold her up. And in particular, Iga Swiatek would say, I don't know if the long break kind of angered my rival. I don't want to speculate, but Iga thinks the long break kind of upset Danielle Collins during the third set before she got hit. Now, Iga mentioned, look, players are allowed 5 minutes between changeovers, between sets to change and come back, use the restroom. Well, Iga took 9. She took nearly double that. And yeah, that would anger me too because it ruined Danielle Collins' momentum as she literally destroyed Iga in that second set, multiple breakpoint opportunities. And overall, I do think that's what upset Danielle Collins. She took a very long break, nearly 10 minutes. And Iga said, look, I don't know how much time had passed, but we're allowed 5 minutes. Iga, you took 9 minutes. Danielle Collins was very upset, and she showed why she was upset, and she hit you. And she said, look, she pulled her aside, and look, Danielle Collins is a much older woman. I wouldn't want any problems with Danielle Collins. She's pretty tough. You can tell she grew up pretty rough, and she doesn't play. She speaks her mind. But she did come over to comfort Iga and to console her. But the reality here is, I do think the long break is what upset her. What do you guys think? Did Iga take the long break on purpose? Was she intentionally trying to ruin Danielle Collins' momentum? Because we all know, we watch Iga play. She holds her racket a lot, much like Webber Kachika. With these veterans, even though Iga's pretty still young, 23 years old, she does these veteran tactics like Nadal. A lot of players have complained about Nadal holding up them, whether they're serving or returning, and Nadal wiping his sweat all the time and just ruining players' momentum. And Iga, watching her play, I've done numerous videos on it. She does this a lot to players. And if you can't find a rhythm against a player, you're not going to beat them. I've also said I don't think Iga needs to do these things. I think she's good enough to just play her game. But when we're talking about rules, rules are guidelines that are put in place to make the match fair. The match speed is based on the server's racket. And if Iga's constantly slowing up opponents and doing these different tactics, it's not good, and players don't like it. And Danielle Collins spoke her mind. She didn't like the 9 minute break when it should have been 5, and she hit Iga Swiatek. Was Danielle Collins wrong? Was Iga wrong for taking a long break? Comment below, guys. I'm going to dive into this deeper later on this evening. This is just a quick surface We're just a quick surface level video talking about the drama. And we all know Danielle Collins eliminated, Iga Swiatek eliminated today. She's not going to win gold, but she does have a chance to win bronze. But comment below, was Danielle Collins wrong? Was it a mistake? Did she do it on purpose? Was Iga wrong for taking 9 minutes, acknowledging it should have been 5, but then acknowledging she wasn't sure how long she took? Was she lying? Comment below. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back, guys.